Hi guys, LordOfPondtail here with another video for Rise of Empires, Ice and Fire. Today in this video, I'd like to talk about T9 troops and which one you want to go for first. T9 at the moment is the holy grail of your troop types. We're all still waiting for the game developers to actually roll out T10 at some point. We're coming close to the second anniversary of the game now. I think it's in the next month or so. And we're still waiting for T10. For now, T9 is the best that you can get. It's the meta. It's something that we all strive towards, and you can only unlock once you get to castle level 25. There are a lot of high requirements for hitting just and unlocking just one T9. Institute needs to be level 24. You're going to need to have unlocked all of this, middle row, Legion 2, Legion 3, zone commemoration, zone conflict. So if you look on my tier 9 archers that I haven't unlocked yet, you do have all these requirements, plus not to mention upgrading the corresponding training building, whether it's the archery stable or barracks. So there's a lot of investment going into T9 troops, even just to unlock one of them. My advice in terms of which to go for, well, it depends on how quickly your account is developing. If you are top 5, top 10 in your state and you have already set up farms, or you're just investing, you're a big spender and you're putting money into the game, then up to, I'd say, the first 5 or 6 months of playing the game, the end of season 2 of Reign of Chaos, be looking at archers being the meta legion type. Couple of reasons for that. They are the killers, the best killers in the game. You have Zorro, who is probably the best killer out of the standard orange heroes, and if you match him with North Rage and Dual Blades, that's a really that's probably the meta legion in the first few months of the game. What you've got to consider is that, for instance, though Cavalry has more benefits in terms of it can hold a larger load and it's got a quicker marching speed, you're not getting the top level heroes for that, or the top level hero combinations for that, until season 3 of Reign of Chaos, when the 4 key heroes get released: Warlord, Living Saint, Roku, and Rosen Blade. So if you are developing quickly, then I would suggest that you should consider going for Archers T9 first. For those of us like myself who it took just over 6 months to get my castle to C25, and we were already looking at the end of season 2, then I would suggest you definitely go for Cavalry T9 as your first option. In the long run, Cavalry are the meta form of soldiers in your legions when it gets to Eden. As I've said before, they have the benefits of that marching speed and load. There are several hero combinations for Cavalry that can do a lot of damage as well. The 3 that I've shown in my best Cavalry heroes video. Plus, we've just had the Lawman SX3 hero announced in the last couple of days, again with amazing healing skill. And in Eden, Cavalry are going to be used more often because of the distances you have to travel. So Cavalry is always going to be one of those T9 that you're going to want to go for either first or second. What about players, as I've said, who are playing and obtaining a T9, your Cavalry T9, once you're in around season 3 of Reign of Chaos? Then where do you go? Well, what I would say to you is a couple of things. You should look at what season heroes you've got from awards. That's pretty key. You have to obviously use courage medals to develop the second half of any strand of research, training research, whether it's for the cavalry, footmen, or archers. So you do have to really focus on one. Otherwise, if you spread those medals too far, you're going to be making small gains but no end product for several months. So it's worth focusing on a specific second T9 once you've got your first, whether that is archers or cavalry. Generally, people are going to focus, if they did go for archers first, you're going to go for cavalry next. In my instance, I did cavalry first. Then I looked at my season heroes. So I had Iron Hand and Jade. Plus, I was close to getting duplicates for them. So I chose to go with footmen as my second T9. I've got terrible archer heroes, and that was a pretty easy decision for me. Once you've got your second T9, you're going to want to be focusing on Master Warfare if you haven't already started. Again, for me, since I went to C25 and unlocked Cavalry T9, I've used about 75% of my medals on Master Warfare, while only then using 25% on my footmen research. But I'd always researched footmen, archers, and cavalry fairly evenly up to close to about 50 or 60%, until using just the normal resources until we got to the sections that required courage medals. So it wasn't horrendous. I didn't have to use a massive amount to get that second T9, but it still took me a good 3 months. Obviously, going for the third T9, I would suggest, unless you're a top spender, or you're, as I say, in the top 10 in your state and very advanced with your castle progression, you probably want to think about, as I am doing, focusing on your master research first while you're building up the corresponding season heroes for that troop type. Whether that would be archers as it is for me, or if it was footmen for those of you that go for the archers cavalry route first. So that's my advice on T9 troops and which to go for. Guys, I hope you found this video useful. Please do like, share, comment and subscribe as usual. Thank you very much for all your views so far, and I'll see you again soon.